Plant kingdom. Eukaryotic, multicellular, chlorophyll containing and having cell wall are grouped under the kingdom Plantae. It is popularly known as plant kingdom. Phylogenetic system of classification based on evolutionary relationship is presently used for classifying plants. Numeral taxonomy use computer by assigning code for each character and analyzing the feature. Cytotaxonomy is based on cytological information like chromosome number, structure, and behavior. Chemotaxonomy uses chemical constituents of plants to resolve the confusion. Plant kingdom is divided into two, two, two types: cryptogame and phanerogame. Cryptogame are plants without seeds, which are Thallophyta, Bryophyta, and Pteridophyta. Phanerogames are plants with seeds, Gymnosperms and Angiosperms. Algae. These include the simplest plants which possesses undifferentiated or thallus-like forms, reproductive organs, single-celled called gametangia. It includes only algae. Characteristic of algae. Plant body is thallus, which may be unicellular, colonial, filamentous, or parenchymatous. Usually aquatic, but a few are also found in moist terrestrial habitats like tree trunks, wet rocks, moist soil, etc. Vascular tissues and mechanical tissues are absent. Reproduction is vegetative by fragmentation, asexual by spore formation, zoospores, and sexual reproduction by fusion of two gametes, which may be isogamous Spirogyra and anisogamous Chlamydomonas or oogamous Volvox. Life cycle is various: haplantic, diplantic, and diplohaplantic. Algae have three types: chlorophyllae, which are green algae; Phaeocophaceae, chlorophyllae, Phaeocophaceae, brown algae, and rhodophyceae. I didn't know the pronunciation of these words. Rhodophyceae, red algae. Green algae lives in most fresh water and subaerial. Unicellular organisms are abundant. Chlorophyll A and B type present. Reserve food is starch. Cell wall is of cellulose. Fucoxanthin is absent. Zoospores present. Chlamydomonas, Eulothrix, Spirogyra. Brown algae mostly marine. Unicellular species are absent. Chlorophyll A and C type. Reserve food is laminarin. Cell wall contains cellulose and algin. Fucoxanthin present. Zoospores present. Focus sargassum ectocarpus. Red algae mostly marine. Unicellular species fewer. Chlorophyll A and D type. Reserve food is Floridian starch. Cell wall contains cellulose and polysulfate esters. Phycoerythrin is present. Zoospores absent. Polysiphonia, Galidium, and Porphyra, etc. Economic importance. A number of brown algae, Laminaria and Sargassum, are used as food in some countries. Fucus and Laminaria are rich source of iodine. Laminaria and Ascophyllum have antibiotic properties. Alginic acid is obtained from Fucus and Sargassum, which is used as emulsions. Bryophytes. They are non-vascular mosses and liverworts that grow in moist shady region. They are called amphibians of plant kingdom because these plants live on soil but dependent on water for sexual reproduction. Characteristic features: live in damp and shady habitats found to grow during rainy season on damp soil, rocks, wall, etc. Dominant phase or plant body is free living gametophyte. Roots are absent but contain rhizoids. Vegetative reproduction is by fragmentation, tubers, gamete, buds, etc. Sex organs are multicellular and jacketed. The male sex organ is antheridium. They produce biflagellate antherozoids. The female sex organ called archegonium is flask-shaped and produces a single egg. Sporophyte is dependent on gametophyte for nourishment. Bryophytes, Hepaticopsida, liverworts. Plant body of a liverwort is thalloid. Example Merchantia. Thallus is dorsiventral and closely appressed to the substrate. Asexual reproduction in liverworts takes place by fragmentation or by the formation of specialized structures called gamete. Gamete are green multicellular asexual buds which develops in small receptacles called gamma cups. The gamete becomes detached from the parent body and germinate to form new individuals. During sexual reproduction, male and female sex organs are produced either on the same or different thalli. The sporophyte is differentiated into a foot, seta, and capsule. Spores produced within the capsule germinate to form free-living gametophytes. Bryopsida, mosses. Here are Merchantia female and male thallus diagram. And Archegeniophore is like flower. Very good, cute flower. I think that's the difference between them. The gametophyte of mosses consists of two stages. First stage is protonema stage, which develops directly from spores, which is creeping green and frequently filamentous. Second stage is leafy stage, which develops from secondary protonema as lateral bud having upright, slender axis bearing spirally arranged leaves. Vegetative reproduction is by the fragmentation and budding in secondary protonema. In sexual reproduction, the sex organs antheridia and archegonia are produced at the apex of the leafy shoots. Sporophytes in mosses are more developed and consist of foot, seta, and capsule. Common examples are Funaria, Polytrichum, Sphagnum, etc. Pteridophytes. Diagram is simple. Pteridophytes are seedless vascular plants that have saprophytic plant body and inconspicuous gametophyte. The seedless vascular plants have sporophytic plant body and inconspicuous gametophyte. Can search it if you don't know. Even I don't know. A sporophytic plant body is differentiated into true system, roots and leaves. Vascular tissue are present but vessels are absent from xylem and companion cells and sieve tubes are absent. Sporophytes bear sporangia that are subtended by leaf-like appendages called sporophylls. In some plants, Selaginella, compact structure called strobili or cone is formed. Sporangia produce spores by meiosis in spore mother cells. Spores germinate to produce multicellular thalloid prothallus. Gametophyte bears male and female sex organ called antheridia and archegonia. Water is required for fertilization of male and female gametes. Most of pteridophytes produce spores of similar kind, homosporous, but in Selaginella and Salvinia, spores are of two kinds. Heterosporous, larger called megaspore, that produce female gametophyte, and smaller microspore that produce male gametes. Pteridophytes have four types: Psilopsida, Lycopsida, Sphenopsida, Phelicopsida. Example: Psilopsida psilotum, Lycopsida Lycopodium selaginella, Sphenopsida equisedum, Phelicopsida pteris adiantum. Gymnosperms. Gymnosperms are those plants in which the ovules are not enclosed inside the ovary wall and remain exposed before and after fertilization. They are perennial and woody, forming either bushes or trees. Some are very large, Sequoia sempervirens, and others are very small, Zamia pygmea. Stem may be unbranched, cycas, or branched pinus. Root is taproot. Leaves may be simple or compound. They are heterosporous, produce haploid microspore and megaspore in male and female strobili, respectively. Male and female gametophytes do not have independent, free-living existence. Female and male gametophytes do not have independent, free-living existence. Pollination occurs through air, and zygote develops into embryo and ovules into seeds. These seeds are naked. Example: pines, cycas, cedrus, ginkgo, etc. Angiosperms. Pollen grain and ovules are developed in a specialized structure called flower. Seeds are enclosed inside the fruits. Size varies from almost microscopic Wolffia 0.1 cm to tall tree eucalyptus more than 100 meter. Male sex organs in a flower is a stamen. It contains pollen grain. Female sex organs in flower is pistil or carpel. Pistil consists of an ovary enclosing one or many ovules. Within ovules are present highly reduced female gametophytes termed embryo sacs. Each embryo sac has a three-celled egg apparatus, one egg cell and two synergids, three antipodal cells, and two polar nuclei. Polar nuclei eventually fuse to produce a diploid secondary nucleus. Angiosperms are further classified into monocotyledons and dicotyledons. Monocotyledons are single cotyledon, parallel venation, fibrous root system, closed vascular bundle, more number of vascular bundles, banana, wheat, rice. Dicotyledons have two cotyledons, reticulate venation, taproot system, open vascular bundle, less number of vascular bundle. Example: gram, mango, apple. Double fertilization. I think this may can like appear in your exam paper. Double fertilization. Each pollen grain produces two male gametes. One gamete fuse with egg to form embryo. This is syngamy. Other gametes fuse with two polar nuclei to form endosperm. Triple fusion. Since fertilization takes place twice, it is called double fertilization. Alternation of generation. Different plant groups complete their life cycles in different patterns. Angiosperms complete their life cycle in two phases, a diploid sporophyte and haploid gametophyte. Two follows each other. This phenomena is called alternation of generation. Haplontic. Saprophytic generation is represented by the only one-cell zygote. Meiosis in zygote results in haploid spores to form gametophytes, which is the dominant vegetative phase. Example: Volvox, Spirogyra, etc. Diplontic. Diploid saprophytes is dominant, independent, photosynthetic plants. The gametophyte is represented by single to few celled. All seed-bearing plants fall under this category. Haplodiplontic. Both phases are multicellular and intermediate condition is present. It is presented in Bryophytes and Pteridophytes. Haplodiplontic. Both phases are multicellular and intermediate condition is present. It is present in Bryophytes and Pteridophytes. Okay, done. Bye bye.